afternoon. Welcome, everyone. Please be seated. I want to welcome everybody to a very special session this afternoon as we swear in our new Chief of Police, Dave Jackson. I want to thank you all for being here today to witness this. I want to thank you all for your service to the city of Inglewood. One of the great joys of my job is to do these swearing-ins, and I want to remind everybody observing today that what we're witnessing is the empowerment and the entrustment of a new individual with the inherent authority of the people. Mr. Jackson, are you ready to take the oath or affirmation of office today? Come on up, sir.
Like 3 words at a time, not,
Yes, sir.
not the whole thing at one time. Okay, all right.
I'll try to make this easy.
No problem. Okay, thanks.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me, sir. I, David Jackson,
I, David Jackson,
solemnly swear or affirm
solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America,
the Constitution of the State of Colorado,
the Constitution of the State of Colorado,
and the Charter and ordinances
and the Charter and ordinances
of the City of Inglewood, Colorado,
of the City of Inglewood, Colorado,
that I take this obligation freely,
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservations
without any mental reservations
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well
and that I will well
and faithfully perform
and faithfully perform
the duties of the position
the duties of the position
of Chief of Police.
of Chief of Police.
Congratulations, Chief.
Is anybody actually working? Everybody's here. Everybody's here. No, I take
If you don't mind, I'm going to have you sign here to make it official. Yes, sir. I'll sign below there to make that official. And at this time, we have the honor of pinning the badge, and then we got a chief badge here ready for you. Trella, Chief's daughter, would like to do the honor today. So introducing everybody to Trella, come on up and get this badge out of here and see if you can not draw a lot of blood on that. You got tough unis, Chief. If you don't mind just staying up here for just a moment, I would invite Sean Lewis, our city manager, to come on up and take over the rest of this ceremony.
Thank you.
You're not recording, so but you have to stay up here.
It's a new room.
I want to thank all of you for being here today. I want to thank you, Judge, for your role in today's important ceremony. Also want to thank council members that we have here today. We have Mayor Pro Tem Joe Anderson, Councilmember Steve Ward, Councilmember Rita Russell, and Councilmember Kim Wright. Thank you for your leadership to the community. We're also joined by our one community guest member, spouse of Member Russell. So thank you for being here. Also want to thank really, the police department has been such an integral part of this process. And Chief Jackson, you probably already know this, but we had 4 different panels, civilians, sworn. We had people I think over 20 people that met with the recruiters before we ever even started this process, who told what the needs of the department were, the culture of the department. We had individuals who met with myself and some that met with Tim Dodd, our deputy city manager. Of course, we had a lot of questions that were submitted for the interview panels. So this department was really, really involved. And I just want to thank all of you who are here for your leadership in participating in the process. I want to thank you for what you do for this community every day. I also want to thank our family members. Trella, you're going to have to represent today. I know that we've still got family members coming on out, but I want to commit to you that we will do our best to both support and encourage your father and your family member, and that we will do our best to keep him safe, and that we will show him and the culture of our organization, which I think he fits into really well. One of the things that we learned about Dave, or Chief Jackson, throughout this process is the fact that he has been a resilient leader in a lot of different positions in the community, in his community throughout the years. That he really values people and the officers and the staff with which he's worked in Kansas City, and that's something that we heard over and over again in the reference checks that we did for you. But we also heard it from our own staff members as you walked around and toured the building, and people had conversations with you. I got great feedback from you about your sincerity, your sense of kindness, compassion, and concern for people, and we heard that from the community too. We had over 30 people that participated in a community panel that got to meet all of our candidates, and one of the things that they said that they appreciated was the empathy that you showed with the scenario that we gave everyone. And your sense of wanting to just make sure you understood the needs of the community and then demonstrate again that care and concern. So thank you for that. That really, it really gels very well with the City of Inglewood's values. We value people. That's one of our values that are on in the conference rooms around the building. We cultivate partnerships. We show one team. So you're one department of many departments, but we're all one team, and we all work together, and we show that partnership with the community as well. And so really everything that we learned about you through this process really just, it was very evident that your values align very well with our values, and we want to continue using those values to advance our community together. So welcome, Chief Jackson.
Thank you so much.
I also want to invite Deputy Chief Fender to come up and give a welcome on behalf of the department. Chief Fender has done a fantastic job as interim chief, acting chief. We've had a few people in the room who have been acting while Vance has been out, so thank you to all of you for stepping up. But Vance, really can't say enough about how much we appreciate your leadership through this transition. Thank you.
Thank you. Of course, absolutely. Thank you all. So, you guys have all heard me give my swearing-in speech as I'm looking directly at Chad right now. One of the pillars, I'm kidding. So, one of the pillars that we really do talk about is professionalism, right? Professionalism is incredibly important, and I think that Dave brings a sense of professionalism to our department that we're really looking for something that can really propel us into the future. And I, for one, am very happy Dave made it out here, so I can take that hat off and give that hat to you. So, in all sincerity, we're as an agency very happy to have the professionalism that we have within our agency, the culture that we have within our agency, and again, just the. I think it's one of the best police departments, if not the best police department in the state of Colorado, and I think that you have the tools to help us into the future and help lead us into the future. So congratulations, I'm really happy you're here.
Thank you.
And last but not least, I want to invite Mayor Pro Tem Joe Anderson to say a few words on behalf of council.
Thank you, City Manager Lewis, and very good to meet you, Chief Jackson. I just want to say on behalf of City Council and the community as a whole, we take really a lot of pride in just partnering really well with our police department. We have great community relationships between the police department and the community. Between City Council, we want to provide you with all the resources that you need as the chief and as the police department. And we're just really excited to get to know you and see the trust that's been built over many, many, many years, a number of different police chiefs, and continue moving that forward. So welcome, and we're excited to work with you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you all again for being here. Really appreciate it. Congratulations again, Chief Jackson. You're going to have the final word. But after he speaks, I want to invite all of you to come out. We've got some refreshments outside, and please join us for that.
Thank you. Yeah, I do not have any prepared remarks. I'll just say, speaking just professionally, the biggest honor was getting sworn in as a police officer and coming out of the police academy, being appointed to the police academy when I was very, very young. And I just say to all of the officers and professional staff to the police department, I appreciate your service. And I know it's a tough job. And I just, it's been an honor for me to be a police officer and serve my community in that realm, and I appreciate your all service. That's the one thing I wanted to say. The other thing I want to say is thank you to my family, my wife, who's not able to be out here yet, my daughter and my son who lives in Chicago. I appreciate their support. The hiring process to get through this was extremely difficult. What Sean did not mention is that the toughest panel was the panel that he was on. That one was probably the toughest panel to get through. I look forward so much to being out here in Inglewood. You go through this retirement process from a previous job that I'd worked at since I was 19 years old. And I thought, man, this is gonna, I have had zero stress. Everything out here has been so great. I'm so much looking forward to it. It has been so great. I feel so comfortable already. Everybody that I've talked to has been so inviting. And I really look forward, just like Vance said, just taking things to the next level, working with everybody to do that. So I appreciate this day, and then I think work starts tomorrow. And I guess one final thing that I do want to say, I get that bringing somebody in from the outside can be a bit of a culture shock or something to be nervous about. Please don't be. We're going to work up through all of this. I do not come in with any preconceived notions or anything like that. We're going to all work together to make this the best place it can be. I promise you that. So that's it.